So President Trump gets a lot of heat for looking rather orange. And so during a speech at the 2019 House Republican Conference retreat dinner, he explains that it's not really his fault. No, no, no. It's the fault of lighting.
The light bulb. People said, "What's with the light bulb?" I said, "Here's the story." And I looked at it. The bulb that we're being forced to use, number one, to me, most importantly, the light's no good. I always look orange. And so do you. The light is the worst.
It's the light. Light's the worst. Millie, it doesn't have anything to do with your shitty spray tans. I'm just asking. We all know he fake bakes. I think it's fairly obvious. You think Donald Trump has the patience to sit in a tanning booth? Really? Look, maybe unless they're playing Fox News. No, no. The guy can't sit still for a minute. Of course he fake bakes. But he has convinced himself that this is the reason that he needs to get rid of these pesky energy efficient light bulbs, right? So last week, it was announced that the administration would roll back requirements for energy efficient light bulbs enacted under the two previous administrations. This was both the Bush administration who started this and the Obama administration who sought to expand it. But Trump said, no, no, we're going to roll those back and we're going to push incandescent bulbs. Oh, so that's interesting, right? So now Trump is going to go on about why he's doing this, and well, let's let him explain.
But number two, it's many times more expensive than that old incandescent bulb that worked very well. And very importantly, I don't know if you know this, they have warnings. If it breaks, it's considered a hazardous waste site. It's gases inside. And read what they say. If it breaks, bring it to your local whatever, have it wrapped, have it this. What are we doing? What are we doing? And I said to one of the top people today, well, they break a lot, don't they? Yes, sir. What do? They just throw them away. They don't care. But they call it hazardous waste. But it's many times more expensive. And the light is not as good. I mean, frankly, the light is not as good. So we're going to sell that, but we're also going to sell incandescent bulbs. And people are so happy about it. It's really been pretty amazing.
People are so happy about it. No, I love how he talks about hazardous waste. No, you're a hazardous waste site. you're full of gases, okay, that are dangerous for other people. Oh, come on, man. Really? Now look, the Bush and Obama administration did just come to this because, oh, the light bulbs are worse, as he says, and they don't give off of as much light. No, it turns out they said we're going to go with these standards because this lighting is actually better. Energy efficient bulbs such as halogen incandescents, CFLs, and light emitting diodes or LEDs typically use about 25 to 80% less energy than traditional incandescent light bulbs and can last up to 25 times longer. Look, I don't know about you guys, but I only like having to buy light bulbs every 5 to 10 years. I mean, maybe you love buying and changing out light bulbs every few months, the old incandescents, but at least it's my freedom. Yeah, okay. If you enjoy paying more, I guess, and that's who and so that's why Trump's your guy, right? But here's the thing, right? Nobody in their right mind wants to pay more for energy costs. Why would you want to do that? To own the libs? No, it's completely ridiculous. So no, but what Trump is doing, the reason that he wants to get rid of this is because, I mean, if you look at the financial side, right? Incandescents are probably cheaper to make. They don't last as long, built-in obsolescence, right? And so you have to keep going back and buying more. And yes, they are cheap to buy, but you have to buy more of them. They also use more energy, and that's good for the power companies. It's good for the oil companies, right? They make more money if you use more power. Now, there is one thing that Donald Trump said that was actually true, and that is at least one of the bulbs is hazardous, and that's the compact fluorescent lamps. Now, they contain hazardous materials such as mercury vapor in a very small amount, but it is there. These bulbs can be disposed of fairly easily and even recycled. You know, it can't be recycled incandescent light bulbs. So now let me go to the energy department, right? So they might know a few things about energy in these light bulbs. All fluorescent lights contain small amounts of mercury. Some CFLs with magnetic ballasts contain small amounts of short-lived radioactive material. Because of these hazardous materials, you should not toss burned-out lamps into the trash. You should instead, of course, bring them to a recycling center. Okay, so he's right about that. Wow. Now, that is only CFLs, right? So there are other types of energy efficient light bulbs. Again, you have halogen incandescents and LEDs. Now, I run mostly LEDs in my house. Okay. Now, in my experience, they're actually brighter. Now, if you have like a warm light, that's going to turn you orange, right? I have more of a bright light so that I'm not orangified, if that makes sense. And look, is there an upfront cost? Well, the cost continues to be reduced every year. But yeah, they can get a little expensive in the short term. But in the long term, if you have the same bulbs for 5-10 years with that same kind of brightness, that actually ends up being quite a bit in savings when it comes to energy. That's a no-brainer. Even the most conservative person, you've got to love saving money, right? Well, then again, no, because this is the same people that burn their Nikes. Or they take their expensive coolers that they have already bought and paid for and blow them up and post it on YouTube. Yeah, we're not dealing with some very smart people who do that. But look, again, no brainer, right? Most normal people want to save money. But here's the thing Trump is not a normal person. I think we've established that already. And so he looks at these standards, and it was an Obama project. So that's what he looks at. That's what jumps out. Obama did it. Well, I got to undo it. Anything that Obama does, I have to undo. Oh, well, great. Because, of course, Obama, and because he's also not a very smart person. Remember, this is somebody who thinks windmills cause cancer and that everybody has an internal storage battery that when you deplete it, you die. And you deplete it faster if you do exercise. We should not be talking energy with someone who's not very stable, nor is a genius. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.